And for all of you who are out there and you're looking for businesses, and I get it. A lot of times, especially after the season that we just went through, we don't have all of the dollars to support all of the businesses. But you know what we can do? We can we can share, we can follow, we can recommend, we can give love away. You'd be surprised with engagement how your engagement with a company will now change an algorithm on social media for other people to see that small business. So when you're liking that coffee shop, when you're putting a comment and sharing in your story, even if you don't repost it, share it in your story. Someone who's never heard of that business is now introduced. And guess what you just did? You just helped that business grow without spending a dime. We can do this, y'all. We really can, but it takes a community. So let me see if our next guest is in the building, and she is. So I am really excited because we're talking about future building in our lives. We're talking about next levels. And there's one thing that in our community that we need to talk more about, and that is home ownership. As we all know, within the 50s, within the 60s, and even the 70s, there was a lot of red tape that did not allow us as a community to own homes. There was a lot of situations where we were hindered from owning our own, but those veils have been lifted. And now there are businesses that has been created to help you own your home. And we are going to speak with the owner of L.E.A.P, L-E.A.P, Home to Ownership. I am super excited to bring on the founder. Hello.
I love your energy. I love it.
I love this. This is what gets me going. I just love the connecting and really moving and just like learning more about what we can do to move forward. And so
Absolutely.
That's when we connected, I was really excited because one thing that we don't talk about is home ownership. We talk about renting, we talk about rentals, even with cars, but we really don't put that word own. It's not really in our vocabulary, and we've got to transform our mind. But I think the first thing that we need to do is first accept that we can own. And a lot of people don't know that they can qualify. So what I like to do for all of our guests, if you would please just introduce yourself and what you do, and then we will go ahead and dive deeper into your business.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it. I have to confess that this is my first podcast ever.
Yeah.
So you have to be gentle with me, okay?
Oh, good.
But I definitely appreciate it. 2022 for me is all about stepping out of my comfort zone, making more connections, creating a larger network. And so when I was given the opportunity to hop on here, I said, you know what? I have to take it.
Yes.
So I really appreciate it. And it's amazing. I don't know if you've ever seen this flag before, but I'm an island girl too. So when I hear you're an island girl and the other woman that was on is an island girl, it's amazing. Island girls are the best ones out there. I love it. I love it. So, my name is Shani Vaughn. I am a licensed realtor in the state of New Jersey. And I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a basketball mom, I'm an island girl. But what I'm most proud of is the fact that I founded a company called Leap into Home Ownership. And I'll kind of get into that a little bit more. I don't want to give it all away in the first couple minutes, but definitely, someone that loves to just inspire people to really go after home ownership. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. So just to be like completely transparent with you, yesterday I went to my uncle's funeral. Last weekend, both of my uncles, or two of my uncles, passed away within about 24 hours of each other. And so I went to one of the funerals yesterday. And the one thing that kind of just was resonating with my soul, like constantly, was the fact that we only have one life to live, right? Like everyone knows that. We only have one life to live. I wish that we had more, but we only have one. And so with that said, like for me, I tell people all the time, if you have an idea, if you have a business plan that you want to put in motion, if you have a venture that you want to get into, if you have a product that you want to sell, whether it's eyelashes, shoelaces, cakes, whatever it is, just jump into it and do it. You only have one life to live. Like I would hate to be giving my last breath and then thinking,
Should have.
I never did this. I never did that. So just kind of going to that funeral really resonated with me. And, really just wanted to stress that to whoever is listening. Like, if you ever have a desire to do anything, if you have a desire to start a business, start it.
Yes.
There's no reason not to. If you fail, you fail, pick yourself back up again, and then, reset and think of ways to kind of transition and make your business different to get those sales and to make it more popular. But don't give up, definitely get out there and just do it. Just jump, just leap into it. No matter what it is.
There it
Yes.
is. That's the connection. First, let me say my sincere condolences, and those who are in the chat, they're also expressing their condolences to you, because that is a lot to have to endure within a short time frame. But within that, what a powerful message, because time doesn't exist and we need to leap. Whatever it is that is in us, that is moving us, there's a reason why we're being pulled this way. If you have an idea of something that's never been done before, there's a reason. And that's why I'm really excited for you to have founded L.E.A.P. So L.E.A.P, I understand, is an acronym, correct?
Yes. So it stands for learn. It stands for learn, empower, apply, and proceed. So one thing that I find, especially within like the African American community, the minority community overall, and it's kind of sad, we just don't feel as though we have that power, that buying power to get out there and purchase a home. There's so many myths around all these different things, whether or not, for example, I had one woman that came to me last year, and she said that someone told her that she needed a credit score of 710 to purchase a home. She couldn't get a home with a credit score of less than 710. So she was working for like 2.5, 3 years to get up to 710. And I connected her with the lender, and the lender said, honey, no, you don't specifically need a credit score of 710. I don't know who told you that or why they would have told you that, but you can't just go with what anyone's telling you. You have to do your research for yourself. So I'm saying that to say, like, there's a lot of misinformation in our society and our culture when it comes to home ownership. And I created L.E.A.P because as a realtor in New Jersey, right, I realized that there were only so many people that I could help in a matter of a day. There's only so many houses that I can take a few people to see in a matter of a day. There's only so many places I can go to with a tank of gas in a matter of a day. So many phone calls that I can make. And I just realized that I was such an inspiration and a benefit to the people that I was helping that I wanted to expand that. So L.E.A.P actually operates in every single state. And I'll get into like what we're going into. We're actually jumping into something new within the next 30, 45 days, but I'll get into that. But, I was on, I'm going to put my cup down for a second here. So, one reason again why I started L.E.A.P is because I just want to be able to help more people just understand the home ownership process. So L.E.A.P is a organization that helps people understand the process of owning a home. Again, because there's so much misinformation. People are intimidated by just the thought of it. People don't know where to start. For example, so I'm a part of like several different groups on Facebook, Instagram, what have you. And maybe you've seen this yourself, right? So you go on to Facebook and someone creates a post and it says, I'm looking for a realtor in Delaware. Can anyone recommend someone for me? Or I'm looking for a realtor in Connecticut. Can someone give me a reference? And then within an hour or two, you're saying that these people that posted this request for help to find a realtor or even a lender are getting 100, 200, 300. The craziest post that I've seen within the past week was someone was looking for a Black realtor in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and that post got 1.2 thousand responses with 1.2 yes, responses with people giving them recommendations on who to use. And, I've just been kind of
Wow.
watching, observing,
Wow.
and the whole thing being an entrepreneur is kind of stepping in and creating that solution when there's a problem. So just kind of seeing those posts where
Mm-hmm.
people have no idea how to start the home ownership process. They're going to social media to try to figure it out. And then they're getting like all these different answers. Like, who do you believe, right? Who do you
Right.
believe? And just people making posts on social media saying, help me find a realtor, and getting 1.2 thousand responses. Like, who do you choose? What do you do? Do you like close your eyes blindly? Do you close your eyes and just choose blindly who you're
Mm-hmm.
going to pick?
Right.
So I realized that there's like a void
Mm-hmm.
with people really understanding the home ownership process
Mm-hmm.
and just knowing and being able to be connected with like a qualified lender and a
Mm-hmm.
qualified realtor as well. And that's how L.E.A.P was formed. It's a way for anyone who has an interest in purchasing a home. Of course, a lot of times first-time home buyers are the ones that are most lost. But anyone that has interest in purchasing a home, you talk to me, I walk you through the whole process. We get some specifics, and I link you with a lender, a preferred lender in my network that's been vetted and approved and, has really good reputation within the industry. And then I connect you with a realtor as well that matches like your personal needs, someone that can show you homes during the week at a certain time or on the weekends.
Okay.
So, I operate in every single state. So the void that I saw is people not understanding the process and not knowing how to start. And I just came right in there and filled it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a great experience ever since.
So it's interesting because you talk about not knowing when to start. And like I said, that in our community, we really don't talk about ownership. At what point, because you even mentioned someone that, they said they needed to hit a certain credit score to first start looking for a home, to start the process. So at what point should someone say, okay, now's the time to start looking about ownership? Because you're talking about 30-year mortgages. You're talking
Yeah.
about a long-term commitment.
Right.
I said the C word. People don't like the C word. They don't
They
like
don't like
commitment.
it.
They don't like it. At what point should they start thinking about, home ownership?
So, if you have a desire to create generational wealth, people don't realize this. And I just stress this so much. Purchasing a home, purchasing real estate, purchasing land, purchasing any type of property or real estate, or investing in real estate can help you set those that are coming after you up for generational wealth, right? So if you are a mother, a father, a grandfather, or what have you, if you have a family and you're pondering how you're going to set, those that come after you up for generational wealth, purchasing property, getting into real estate is a way to do that. If you're tired of paying your landlord every single month and realizing you're getting nothing out of it except for like a free carpet cleaning at time of renewal or like a bag of candy or something at Christmas, or if you're renting and you realize you can't make your house your home, you can't paint it the way that you want to paint it, you can't renovate the kitchen the way that you want to renovate it, all these things. If you have any desire to purchase a home, I say just jump into it. A lot of people are afraid of it. So the first thing that someone has to do is take a look at their credit, So some lenders will approve buyers with credit scores as low as like 550, 580. Of course, the lower your credit score is, that is correlates with the interest rate that you'll be charged. But in the long run, your investment, regardless of what your credit score was in the beginning,
Right.
it supersedes all that, So if you're interested in purchasing a home, just do it. If you have a desire to, if you just kind of want to start earning equity, if you're renting, you're not earning any equity at all. At all. And equity, again, is something that you can use towards retirement as well. And that's another topic for another day. But, what would spark someone, or when would someone start the process? If you have a desire, jump into it. You contact a lender, you have the lender, you discuss with the lender like what you're trying to do, what type of home you're trying to purchase, where you're trying to move to. They'll run an application for you and kind of let you know where you stand as far as your ability to be approved,
Mm-hmm.
or if you have something to work on.
Mm-hmm.
If you're working with a good lender like the ones that I have, they'll walk you through the process and set you up and say, hey, you need to fix this on your credit. And then once you start paying these things off in about 3 months, come back to me and we're good to go. So, you know, if you have a desire, just jump into it. You know, a lot of people are fearful about jumping into it because they're like, oh, I'm afraid I'll get denied. But if you don't try it, you never know if you'll get denied or approved. So just try it. Like, what's it going to hurt you to try it? To set yourself up for retirement, to set your children up for a better future, to have a property in their name down the line. Like, my goal personally
Mm-hmm.
is to give my daughter not a couple $100s when she graduates high school. My goal is to give her either some documents stating, Melody, that's my daughter's name, Melody, you are, you know, an owner of like a multifamily property, or you are an owner of like a piece of land somewhere. So, you
Wow.
know, I definitely inspire anyone who has a desire to purchase a home just to jump into it, just to leap into it.
See, now that's thinking future forward. But I'm going to play devil's advocate here because we're in the land of convenience. And
Mhm.
so a lot of people think that the whole process of doing a lender and doing a realtor is obsolete because of all of these social media, these Zillows and what have you. And they think they have this one-stop shop about using this online platform to browse and get approved. But the concierge service, what is better for them is using Leap. What would really differentiate, or what you say why to stay away from that and deal with Leap?
Absolutely. So me, you know, all of my clients tell me that I'm very inspirational, right? And so the people that come to me through Leap, I'm the person that they talk to. I'm the person that they connect with. I'm the person that inspires them not to give up. For example, I had one woman last week who applied for a mortgage and she realized that she didn't have enough for a down payment or closing costs. She was bummed out, bummed out, right? And so she called me at 11 o'clock at night and I picked up the phone. You don't get that with Zillow. You don't get that with, you know, anything else. Like I have a personal relationship with everyone that contacts me, regardless of what state you're located in, regardless of what position you are in the home buying process. You're going to talk to me. You can call me, text me, morning, noon, or night. I'm going to be there for you. So that is what differentiates me from all those other people, you know, all those other entities, you know, just having that personal connection and just being able to know that me personally, like your ability and your desire to purchase a home is at the top of my mind. You know, I'm going to use all my resources and connect you to whomever you need to be connected to get you to the point where you need to be connected to. And again, you can call me, text me, email me. I'm always available. So that definitely differentiates me from anyone else.
No, I love that. And so
And Leap,
when someone do contact you and go through the process of Leap, what's usually like that life cycle? How like realistically, that way people could really prepare for what
yeah.
from the thought of buying a house, moving through the
Mhm.
process of Leap to now being, I guess, when you partner them with the next step with the realtor and
Yeah. I love it. That's a great question. So honestly, this whole process can start within literally a matter of days. Okay. So, you know, for people that are serious about it, if you take my advice, if you take the inspiration that I'm giving you, if you just go with the fact that I believe in you, you have something you want to do, there's a reason why you want to do it, I believe in you. If nobody else believes in you, I believe in you. And I'm going to connect you with everyone that I can to get you to the point where you need to be. So the process of like really getting into starting to find a home for those that are serious and those that are ready is a matter of days. So you call me, you text me, you email me, we have a conversation about what your desires are, what your goal is, what kind of home you want to live in, what area you want to live in. We talk about like all those basic things. And then I connect you with a lender. And then you speak to that lender, you give that lender all of your information. It's very important that if you are dealing with a lender, that you give that lender the information they're asking you for right away, right? So if you're dealing with a lender and they say, hey, send me your W-2s, they mean like right now, not like a week later, 2 weeks later. It's really important that, just kind of like as a sidebar, that if you're dealing with a lender and they're asking you for information,
Right.
it's not for purposes of being annoying to you.
Mhm.
It's for purposes of getting you pre-approved for that mortgage. So once you get that pre-approval, I link you with a realtor in my network,
Mhm.
and then you're good to go. You know, you talk to that realtor, I make that connection between you or the buyer and the realtor.
Right.
And if they're comfortable with that realtor, which more times than, you know, most they are, they're out seeing properties within a matter of days of them contacting me. So it's just a very smooth process. And again,
Mhm.
because I'm like so vested in people, especially people of color owning homes, like I'm just like very connected to them.
Mhm.
Again, call me, text me, 11 o'clock at night, I'll text you back. Like, don't even worry about it. So
So, okay, so this is a lot to take in because uh, I will say I love the fact that you offer this concierge service where they
mhm,
can come to you, get the answers to the questions that they have, and
right.
then going to the realtor and then the funding agent, with the
The lender, yep.
lenders.
No, I'm
Lend-
sorry. So I'm reading something. Mr. Gray said he needs to have his friend connect with me because they're on the edge. Mr. Gray, connect them. Like, I will inspire them not to give up. Trust me, I'm like very inspirational in that sense. So definitely connect them. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. Thank you so much. So even in that process of dealing with the realtor, they're still a part of the LEAP program until
Yep.
they sign.
Absolutely. So they're calling me, they're texting me, hey, I saw this property with my realtor. I really love it. What do you think? Like, I'm there throughout the whole process. And, you know, the lenders know me. So we have a very open line of communication as far as what's going on. They include me in emails. So if the client has questions about what the lender is telling them and they want to ask me, like, I'm already kind of in the loop, you know, like I know what's going on. And the same thing with the realtors. My realtors know me. They've been vetted. I matched clients with realtors that match their particular, a particular interest. For example, like I have like a questionnaire for the clients. So I'll ask questions like, do you have a dog? Do you like to travel? So the realtors within my network, I kind of pair them with my client's particular interest. So
So you're pretty much creating an educated buyer.
yes, you have to be educated. You have to be educated. Absolutely.
No.
Especially if you have children, because like, I don't know how old you are, and I'll say it. I'm 38 years old. And with family that's from the Caribbean, right? I don't, there was a desire for them to purchase property in the Caribbean, but not really desire for them to purchase property in the U.S. I don't know if you ever have
Mhm.
experienced that or anything, but
Mhm.
especially if you purchase a home now and you have children, you definitely want to be able to pass down this information to them at a very young age, right? There's no problem with renting,
Mhm.
but as long as you start instilling in them, hey, you need to think about, purchasing a property later on down the line, make sure that you keep your credit in line. As long as you start instilling these things in them at an early age, it's all worth it.
Mhm. And you're saying within LEAP, you are actually throughout the country. So you're not just in the tri-state area. So in different
Every
states, they
single
can
state.
still act
Yes,
on.
every single state. So I have a lender in every single state, and I have a network of realtors in every single state, every state. So yeah, I'm a little bit different than the most.
Congratulations.
But
That is
that's that
incredible that
island,
you
that
yes. Oh
island,
yeah, we don't we
stuff
ain't
right there.
lazy. Oh no, we not lazy.
But you know
Okay.
what that
So
is though? So like my family is from the Caribbean. So we're from a tiny island called Nevis. Have you ever heard of Nevis before? It's next to St. Kitts, like St.
okay.
Martin, like that area. And so one thing that's always been inspirational for me is the fact that my dad has like 12 brothers and 12 siblings altogether.
Oh.
Every single one of them are entrepreneurs, even the ones that came to the US from, a tiny little island in Nevis, became entrepreneurs. And that's kind of something that I've always been chasing. I always think to myself, if my father and my uncles came to the US from a tiny island that's like 39.5 miles, and came to the US and started a business and took care of a family
Mm-hmm.
because they started that business,
Right.
why can't I do it? So, again, I'm kind of getting off track here, but
No.
anytime I feel inspired to like tell people to just
Absolutely.
go for it and start a
Right.
business, like it gives me goosebumps just to talk about it. Like just go, just do it. Just do it, do it, do it.
Go.
Create your net and do it.
So with doing it and leaping forward, what is coming up for Leap? Like, what is next steps for Leap? I know
Yeah.
you're already doing something. You got to be doing something.
I'm gonna have to take a drink on that. Sorry, hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna tell you what's in the cup though. So,
Your secret's
so
safe.
I'm super excited, right? So kind of listening to you and the other woman that was on, I can't remember her name. What was her name?
Sulma.
Soma.
Mhm.
So just you guys talking about the fact that like the ancestors have lined up and they're giving us that power just to do what we need to do, and our voice is not going to be not heard.
Right.
It really sparked me to really connect with where I'm from. So Nevis and St. Kitts. Woohoo! Here's the flag. If you don't know that, here it is. But Nevis and St. Kitts. So what I am diving into within the next 30 to 45 days, which I'm absolutely so excited to really kick off, is LEAP is going international. So we're going to get into sales and rentals in Caribbean islands. And I'm super excited about that. Caribbean islands, especially St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, St. Martin, other islands name as well, but specifically those. So I'm super excited about that. One reason why I have dived into that is because I'm sure you've traveled before, right? Like not back to Puerto Rico, but like have you traveled like to other islands
Oh, yeah.
possibly?
Yes.
Right? And then sometimes you kind of just want to stay like where the people live,
Yeah.
You don't want to stay
On the resort.
at the Four Seasons Resort. You literally want to get a real feel of what that island is all about. You want to live in the town. You want to get a feel for it. And like a lot of times people don't know who to trust. Again, we're going to social media. We're putting posts. I'm going to St. Kitts. Can someone give me a referral for an Airbnb?
Yep.
And then who do you trust? Like you're asking people for a referral thousands and thousands of miles away. You've never been there. So again, I realize there's a void in that. There's travel agencies, but there's nothing like me because, again, I'm always available. So LEAP is going international, and I'm really excited just to be able to help people that are looking to travel to islands and looking to get rentals, villas, homes, what have you, just linking them with qualified realtors on the island that can help them, vetted landlords that are like legit and won't take your money and run. So, LEAP is going international within 30 to 45 days. I can't wait.
Now you are talking my language, because that actually is a huge thing that I speak with my family all the time. One of the things I want to do is find a property that the family could use. So a multi-bedroom space where they can just claim their room, and that's their room, and they can go anytime they want. And enjoy it, because as a family, sometimes you just want a space that's yours. Even when you travel, you want a space where you open the drawers and it's your stuff.
Exactly.
It's your towels, your pillowcases.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, that is incredible.
I'm excited. Like it gives me goosebumps thinking about it, because I'm like an island girl at heart. I might not sound like an island girl, but I am 100% an island girl at heart. And just to be able to take on a venture that will allow me to, put money in the society in these islands, through the
Yes.
rentals. And then, people are going there and they're tourists and now they're putting more money into purchasing things when they're there and, all these different things. So just being able to be a part of that, I'm super excited about it.
That is incredible. Okay, so for all of them, because I saw all the hearts streaming up here. Phoenix, I see you. How do we get in contact? How do we connect with Leap? How do we get Leap into home ownership and start the
Yeah.
process of owning our own?
Absolutely. So if you have a pen, you have a piece of paper, I'm going to tell you how you can contact me, okay? So again, my name is Shani Vaughn. You can call me, you can text me. My phone number is 856-230-3051. And if it's okay with you, Janelle, I'll just go ahead and put my information in the
You
comments if
sure
it's okay
can.
with you.
Absolutely.
You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Leap Into a Home. It's growing, so don't get thrown off by the fact that I only have 140 followers. It is growing, okay? I do have two one group on Facebook and another page on Facebook. So I have one group because I am from New Jersey. I have to create a group solely for my New Jersey folks. And it's called Leap Into Home Ownership in New Jersey, and I have about a little over 4,000 members in it, so it's constantly growing every single day. And then I have a page for my company. It's called Leap Into Home Ownership. So you can find me on Facebook, Leap Into Home Ownership. The different pages will pop up, and you can always just Google me or, type my name in on Facebook. I'll be there. I'm all over Facebook, so I'll be there.
This is absolutely incredible. And if you could, for that person who is watching and they hear what you're saying, they're excited, but there is something that just might be triggering their head where they feel that this could be for someone else, but not for them. Home ownership may not be right. What would you say to that person and how Leap can help them?
I would say you have to just leap into it. I didn't name it Leap for no reason, right? You have to just jump into it. You have to leap into it. If you have a desire, it makes absolutely no sense to sit on that. With home ownership or anything, again, if you want to start a business, start it. But specifically to home ownership, if you have a desire to do that, if you have a desire to create generational wealth, which I hope that you do, if you have a desire to create investment for you, if you have a desire to create a means for retirement when it's time for you to retire, leap into the process of home ownership. Don't be afraid. Fear is the worst enemy to anybody with any type of ambition or desire. If you're fearful, don't be fearful. I tell people, if you apply for a mortgage and you're not approved, that's not the end for you at all. That at least you know where you are and you know what you have to do to get to the place where you need to be to get pre-approved. So I would just say, just jump into it, just do it. Don't be afraid. You can call me, you can talk my ear off, and I'll just inspire you with every single sentence. So, just don't be afraid. Literally just jump into it. The benefits of home ownership are enormous. And it's not just for other people, it's for everybody. My slogan is, we believe home ownership is possible for all. I believe that 100%. If you have desire, if you have a game plan, if you have a goal and you're willing to work towards that, you absolutely can become a homeowner. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Shani. This is
No problem.
First interview. Yes.
Thank you. Again, thank you so much for allowing me to do this podcast. One of my goals for 2022 was to get out there, start networking, not to be afraid, get out of my comfort zone. So this podcast really helped me to do that. I might do my hair a little bit different next time, but
you look great. You look great. Yes, and thank you. I see them hearts still flowing in. Phoenix, I see you. Phoenix said just follow, and Phoenix is serious about that thing. So I know Phoenix's ears was wide open when you said Caribbean and states, Nebraska and other stuff is probably in Phoenix's ear. I know you.
Oh my God. I'm so, if you can see my arm, the goosebumps that are on my arm, because I'm so excited about it. It's amazing. Just to be able to connect people with legit rentals in the Caribbean. And being able to purchase property over there, it's going to be amazing. So
No.
I can't wait. Definitely follow me on social media,
Yes.
and contact me just to kind of check on the status if you
Yes.
don't see anything on social media. But it's coming. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. For you guys who are watching right now, even if you click all the way at the top right, that drop down box, you could go ahead and follow Leap into Home Ownership right now on Instagram and build those followers up, because you are doing big things. I am so excited. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
me
you
this
so
evening.
much.
I really
I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
it.
And we're going to keep building right there. Hey, what's going on? I'm Janelle Simone, founder of Shop Bob, and I want to interview you. That's right, you. If you are a business owner, a founder, or even an industry expert, I want you on Shop Bob Live. We want to know more about what you do, the why behind what you do, and of course, to promote your services. So make sure you follow Shop Bob for more information, and I'll get with you soon.